Bienvenidos a la Midwest Flyways podcast. I am your host, Joey Basayo. And we have a special co-host today. His name is Cal Ness.
Very special. Very special.
And we also have Boudin and Boudin here in the studio from the boat ramp tour of Migra. We have Wade Shoemaker and Boudin Marcel.
And if you guys want...
I'm not even going to tell them his real name.
If you guys want to shoot our favorite ammunition, an ammunition that kills ducks every time, 2-4 stack by Migra. Go check them out. Migra Ammunitions. You won't regret it. But we got two special guests, like Joey said. Should I reintroduce them again?
Yeah, reintroduce him.
Are we going to tell the whole... Okay, but it's like, don't even give him his name.
No, I love it. Yeah,
just BM.
Boudin tour now.
Pretty much.
So, guys, how has the last couple days been?
It's been a lot.
Yeah?
To be honest.
Put that glass down, bro.
Yeah, I was going to say clink, clink.
Dude,
why don't you tell me more?
I'm sorry.
I'll be drinking.
Huh? Hunter, would you like to start us off, Hunter?
Well, boat ramp tour year 3, right? And if you thank you. If you know anything about Wade Shoemaker, one day is really like 1,000 years with Wade.
That is true.
Nice.
You know, it's like slow,
yeah,
and fast, but
this is interesting where this is going.
I don't know. Like,
sounds like intimacy.
Kind of.
It's weird. You just got to keep up with the paces. You don't know what's going to happen, and you don't think it's going to happen.
Sure.
Right? Like, we're not going to make that schedule. We're not going to catch the plane, dude. We're not going to catch it.
That was not my fault.
And we catch it.
Right.
About that.
You know?
To be honest, dude.
Hey, Joe.
I don't know if he's laughing
Joey,
because he knows what I'm about to say.
Can you put that cough down? That's all I can hear.
But I'll tell you what. That sounds a lot like going on hunts with Joey Vassallo.
No, it's worse. Joe is a step above mine. I promise.
So what you're saying, I had both of them today.
Yeah.
The last 2 days.
Yeah, dude. That's why I was wondering. I'm very interested to hear how it's been going for you.
It's been good. I mean, there's no difference. I mean, I guess when you're just constantly getting beat, you know, there's abuse is nothing.
Right. You're used to it.
It's common.
It's all good.
But being the creative of it, right? Like catching it and capturing it is different.
But it's easy though with these guys.
Right. There's so much content.
There's so much easy, low-hanging fruit almost.
So much content.
Which I'm apparently the king of.
He's the king of it, and I am the fruit.
Yeah.
That's hanging low.
So good.
Do your fruit hang low? Does it wobble to the flow?
All right, so you guys came up here and you decided to put a boat in a notoriously difficult area to hunt if you're not exactly sure what you're doing.
Yeah, man. So we knew this was going to be different. You know, year 1 of boat ramp tour, we actually, the first time ever that we did boat ramp tour was up here with you guys opening weekend. And we went to the cabin in South Dakota and went east to Minnesota to do the hunting. So it's different. It's totally different because the experience we had on the west side of the state was really tough. Like the hunting was okay. Right. It really wasn't that bad. The hunting was fine. But we couldn't find anybody. We literally, like Cal, you and I and Q-Tip and
I don't know who it was with us.
Jaden Sanchez.
Oh yeah.
We all rode around because Jaden filmed it for us, and we were riding around in the rain.
Yeah.
I took a photo of a salamander on the pavement. Never seen one on the road before like that. Yeah. Big salamander. But anyway, rode around. Finally found a campsite that they were all under the
gazebo.
The gazebo.
Right.
Because it was pouring down rain.
Oh, yeah.
We handed out all the shells that we could while we were there and then went back and we shot ducks the next morning on the lake. And I was like, well, we're probably never going to go back there again for boat ramp tour, you know, because it was so hard to do the thing because people's first. Like for boat ramp tour, there's 3 points. Like people are primary, right? And then like connecting and educating and all that's secondary. And then ducks are tertiary. So like the duck hunting is not even, it's important, but it's not a priority, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or if it is, it's the third, if you want to put it that way. But so to not have people, we really can't have a boat ramp tour. And that's as simple as it gets.
Yeah. It's weird too, because that area is like notorious for like duck opener weekend. That area is
where we were at 2 years ago.
So many people usually.
The difference is there's not really boat ramps. There's WMA entrances. Like little parking lots.
Yeah, the only ramps were just lake launches.
And on top of that, you know, it was pouring rain.
It was bad.
Which made it like people weren't sitting at the boat ramp chilling. Like it was like, a lot of people probably didn't even hunt actually.
No, they were huddled up
that day. Yeah, because they were like, we're not going out in this.
No chance. No.
Right.
No. But fast forward, we had that. Hunter's been with us since year 2.
Okay.
He filmed the whole thing of year 2, and then he's filming, everything he can with this one. And so it's a different dynamic because we've really gotten to a groove of how we're going to do things, and we've like kind of settled into what the mission is behind it, right? So when we show up, we know the deal. We know we go up to people. We can't be shy. We can't be timid, which I'm not anyway, so that makes sense.
Right.
But we also know that we've got to be careful in how we handle situations and navigate conversations because things come up all the time, and you don't know what you're going to talk about or what you're not going to talk about. So you just kind of got to read the room, so to speak, and let them lead that. But they have to lead it. You have to control it, which is really weird to say. But that's what it is. But it's been great. And we went over to where we were today, these past few days. Luke Cramlett, we met him at the hangar where the boat is. We have Tim's boat behind my truck.
Yeah.
And we've been running that. And then after Luke left on Saturday, Joey showed up on Saturday, hunted Sunday morning. This morning we came over here, which was an audible because we planned on being over there. But dude, it's been great. Like the people of the Midwest have been, honestly, man, like
my best experience.
Yeah,
I think is the best experience.
Really,
this has been special. I wouldn't say the best. It's not. I wouldn't say it's
not
better.
Emotional side of it, but like
yeah.
Conversation, educating.
Yeah, I think best is like really hard for me to say because I've really appreciated a lot of last year and most of the first year. I would say that like the Midwest is a special place, and I think you guys obviously agree with that because it's in your name. But like the people are different, man. Like their demeanor's different. They walk different. They obviously talk different, But
yeah, I was gonna ask you like having gone around the country and gone to all these boat ramps and met people and whatever. What's the vibe, difference in depending on like where you're at? Like, what have you noticed? Where have you had like good experiences? Like all that stuff.
I mean, I've had good and bad at all of them. Sure. I haven't had bad at all of them, but I've had good at all of them. Yeah. I would say that the difference between here and where we're from is people are just as serious about it. It's just like I don't know how to put this, but like I want to say components, but it's not components, but like what makes them serious, the things they do that they're serious about are things that people back home would be like, why aren't you doing that?
Give an example of that.
Like, so the biggest thing, and I said it, and Luke actually helped me perceive it differently, right? And I mean nothing by this, like, because this is part of it, but like people will get up and they'll sleep in a hole for like a night or 2 nights.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, where we were.
No rules.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll go over there, and their goal isn't like, for us, if we're doing that, like I'm down to sleep in a hole. Don't care. But I'm going to sleep in a hole because I know that's an X, right? Like we're visiting bang, I have a large amount of optimism for what's going to happen the next morning, right? Sure. But the people that are doing it, dude, they're
chilling,
freaking gangster, dude, because they're going out there to hang out with their buddies, eat, drink, be merry, for 17 people to surround them in the same area with less than 200 yards apart, just to pass shoot ducks getting off and going into the refuge. They've got 6 decoys, a spinner, and they're aimed straight up.
I will tell you this though, it's very funny like to hear you say that because they're probably getting more sleep than you do when you go home.
Absolutely are.
Like they're sleeping in a hole, but
they're sleeping.
I think I
they're
told that
sleeping.
Yeah, you said that.
Did I say that?
No, you said that.
I was like 3 hours. We're gonna get 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
they're gonna get the whole evening.
They're gonna get 8 hours of sleep. If they want it,
and they're gonna be fresh.
Right.
Now that little kid that we did run into,
he was whooped.
His eyes were rolling behind.
But he had been
head.
there 2 days total. He had been there for 48 hours.
Dude,
he had been there for 48 hours, dude.
And they wrote on his face.
Yeah, dude, they drew a disgusting mustache. Like he passed
with
out.
Face paint.
This dude is sleeping in the hole by himself with like 150 decoys.
He had like a Rubbermaid, a cooker.
Yeah, like everything.
They went camping.
And I'm like, it's so dark, I can't really see. And then Hunter puts the light on him. I'm like, oh shit, they drew on your face? He goes, yeah.
He was so tired. He wasn't even mad about it, dude. He's like, yeah.
That's so good.
Oh, I'm getting free shells? Hell yeah. And Wade's like, dude, you slept in the hole? And now you're putting everything back together? He goes, you just take all these shells. Don't give it to
I was like, look, I've only got 2 bags. You can give them to somebody else if you want to, but I'm keeping them if I'm you. You slept in the hole for 2 days. You're having to put up everything that y'all just brought back to the bank. No, them's yours, player.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah. But so the example is all of that to pass shoot ducks, because for us back home, like people do it, but like
you just don't shoot anything instead.
Yeah. I mean, truly, like, because for us, it's about what you're doing in the hunt, right? It's about the game. It's about the back and forth between you and the bird. And for me, if I can't, like, and I mean this, like, just genuinely, like, if I can't decoy the duck, I'm really like, why are we shooting at it? You know? But there's nothing against people that are doing it. They do it. It's part, but what Luke told me, he's like, well, dude, like, because I told him, I said, well, I ain't no way I'd do that. Ain't no way I'd sleep in a hole just to pass shoot ducks at 70 yards with a 12 gauge and a turkey choke, you know? And no, they do that for real. Literally, the guy that we hunted with open today, which was a local, he was like, yeah, bro, they got turkey chokes down there because they're shooting 80 yards.
Like, oh, yeah.
And you know, it's like, he said, dude, but if that's what you did, if that's all you knew, if that's your entire life, your dad, your uncle, your grandpa, he brought you out here, that's tradition. You do it. I said, well, yeah. Yeah. And I know that sounded simple, but like, it's true. Like, it shifted my perspective. Like, I would do that if that's all I knew.
Yeah.
But knowing what I do know and like why I love this sport, I wouldn't. You know?
Yeah.
So that's the difference. It's a big difference. It's not right or wrong, but it's a large difference.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, it's definitely interesting too, though, because like coming down to where you're at, like you will have dudes go out 10 days in a row, get up at 1:30 in the morning, drive 2 hours to a boat launch, wait to put their boat in, race to a hole that they
may or may not get.
They know damn well might not have any ducks in it today.
Yeah.
And go shoot nothing for like 5 days in a row.
Yeah.
But it's easier. Like, it's easier than what it was today.
I don't know. It's crazy. The thing is though, is like, I don't know if I would agree with that all the time. And that's the thing. It's so dependent, but yeah, man, I mean,
there's variables.
Well, I'm saying like easier. All right. My perspective, I live in South Louisiana. 9 times out of 10, you can't even get out the boat.
Yeah.
And we're hunting big water. So what's in big water is big rafts. So I have just one set of decoys is 250 coot decoys on top of the other 250 species of decoys that I'm throwing out in one boat.
250 decoys of various species.
Yeah, various species, sorry. So 500 total decoys that's in my boat, 18-foot pro drive, 16 miles down the river into a open
16 miles.
Yeah.
How many gas tanks you got in there, bro?
2.
They got 2 6-gallon tanks in them.
12 gallons, baby. Make it there and back. That's it.
Refill.
I better not get stuck.
Repeat.
You're not chasing ducks.
No. Like a dog.
I'd have another gas tank.
It comes, but then
they can't sacrifice the weight.
I have 500 decoys in the boat.
They can't sacrifice the weight. Sacrifice the weight.
So we ride down there, right? And we throw out all these decoys for maybe a couple of divers.
Maybe.
Dude.
See? And
so when I say
I ain't doing that.
So when I say it's easier, that's my perspective. And on why when Wade introduced me to the woods,
right?
Life
and I
over after that.
I was like, all right, so Wade lives 4 hours from me north.
I'm moving.
Yeah, I said Wade lives 4 hours north of me. I could take my boat, get out with waders in knee-deep water.
That's hard,
and I don't have to struggle. And throw out 6 to a dozen decoys and kill mallards. Even if I kill 2 mallards, it's better than the whole process.
For sure.
Because in order to go 16 miles with all those decoys down the Calumet Cut, I got to leave an hour earlier. You know, like it's an hour from my house, an hour boat ride, an hour of setting up. So I'm already 3 hours deep before the sunrise.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So like when I come here and I see how easy things.
So you're just saying like
on my perspective,
there's less effort involved from wake up to hunt
with more reward.
Yeah, compared to like what you're doing. That's accurate. Like
I think
the the level of difficulty is probably the same as far as your sleep, as far as what you're doing, like how hard it is to do it, because mentally you're up at like you said, 1:30.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You're out the door at 1:45. You're rolling. You get to the launch at 3. You're putting your boat in. You're waiting in line, or you're waiting till 4 to put your boat in. You roll. 4 a.m. You get to the spot at, let's say, 4:15 to 5, depending on how far you're going. Now you've got to set decoys up, hope everything's right. You get up. You're hunting till, a normal day, 10 o'clock. And if you want to hunt till noon, you hunt till noon. Then you come back an hour, and you're back at 1. And then you get everything loaded up. You're back home at 3:30, 3 o'clock. Well, it gets dark at 5 in the wintertime. So now you don't have any daylight to do anything with. So, like, it's tough, right?
But 2 bluebills.
Yeah. And it's just, it's different, man. There's levels to this,
Yeah. No, I mean, when we came down to hunt with you the first time, I know I've said this before, but damn, bro. Like,
that was tough.
I'll tell you this, too.
That was tough.
I'll tell you this, too, though. Like, just coming from where we're coming from, where, yeah, you can do what you did today. And you can go and hunt private, public lakes and all that stuff. But like when you get to a place where you've got private land access and you have friends with private land access, if you're hunting fields and stuff, like I remember the first trip down with you after that first day. And I was like, yo, some of the time we wake up at like 5 a.m. and drive like 10 minutes to a field. And then you like set up and you're chilling in a field. And then, and I'm like, we just got 1 hour sleep, got up at 1:30, got to this boat launch at 3 a.m., got in line to put our boat in, did all this.
Nah, we were first. We didn't get in line.
No, yeah. That
Not that
first
day.
trip, that first day.
That was tough.
We walked a ways, bro.
I can tell you exactly how far, because I tracked it multiple times. And that was from that day that's on the wall.
Yeah.
And stopped the boat, walked down the bank.
On the levee. 1.25 miles.
It was a mile. Is anywhere? It depends on where we hunted was 1.25 miles. 3/4 on dry ground. It's 0.75. Yeah, so 3/4 on dry ground, and then 1/4, a half in the water.
Right.
And we were carrying
everything
foam
needed.
Field decoys.
Oh yeah,
3 dozen. And spinners.
We weren't messing around.
All that stuff.
Oh yeah,
we weren't messing around.
But y'all killed him.
Matt Lehman, that was his first.
That was his first duck hunt.
He was like, "What the fuck are we doing?" We just kept walking and walking and walking away. He's like, "Just a little more."
No, I can't remember Cal. Cal's like, "Hey man, how much longer? Are we almost there?"
I mean, it was crazy.
Are we there yet?
Bro, I mean, you got to remember too, though. This was like the second time we ever hung out. Maybe the third time we. Second time we ever hung out with Wade.
We pigeon hunted in Rogers area, Minnesota.
But like the first time we ever duck hunted together. And I don't know where this dude is taking us.
I told y'all.
I
prepped you the night before. I'm like, all right.
He didn't give you out an Onyx pin though, huh?
No, this is long.
No, dude.
So you can at least see, like, okay,
we had no idea.
Closer.
As far as I knew, we were in Wade's life, bro. Whatever
he's
he needed.
fast.
But I knew.
I was a bigger dude then too. I'm a big dude. I was a bigger
way
dude
bigger
then.
and was wearing neoprene.
Was that at your heaviest time?
Yep.
Yeah, I was my heaviest.
Yep.
I was
and
like
you were in
probably
neoprene.
305.
You were wearing neoprene, bro.
Yeah. Neoprene waders.
I remember that.
My first encounter hunting with Wade was we walked pretty far.
Them bitches were tight too.
Like the penguin off of Batman, bro.
That was good.
My first encounter with Wade was in neoprene waders.
Oh, that's when they broke. They ripped.
Me and Fisher went.
They ripped when you found the stump hole.
Bro, remember those waders,
Matt Beaver
Lehman
hole or
was
something
in?
like that. It was freezing.
MC Hammer waders.
Midwest Flyways podcast is sponsored by First Light. First Light has an incredible range of different waterfowl products that they've been working on for years. Joey and I have been lucky enough to test and help to improve some of these products, and we're super proud of how they've come out. We hope you guys will check them out. I want to highlight the wader pant as we're getting ready for duck season, and you're looking for something that's going to be comfortable and less cumbersome underneath your waders, but still provide that warmth. These pants are incredible, and the strap underneath is my favorite part. You can barely feel it while you're walking around in your waders. So go check out firstlight.com, the waterfowl gear. You're going to love it. Those were those old rubbers, dude, weren't they? Those green rubber waders that
it was.
You borrowed them?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. I remember.
They were non-insulated boots.
Green rubber waders and Optifade Marsh in
yeah.
the darkest overcast of the entire year. It was bad, dude.
We had to hide him back
Ducks
away.
didn't care. They didn't care that day.
I had like a $200 pair of Cabela's waders.
They were breathable.
Yeah, they were breathable. But I get down there, I'm like, hey man, I don't have like anything timber color because these things are like yellow. And he goes, oh, well, we can just spray paint them. And so we spray painted my waders brown. And it was epic.
So good.
At least he gave you that credit.
I'll tell you
I
what,
didn't
though.
know back on that first hunt again when I looked at the photos and I was wearing Marsh too.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back and everybody's dark and I look like,
You like
bright
this?
yellow. Yeah, I'm like,
He looked like Matt Lehman.
no wonder why we couldn't get those ducks down.
Bro, I'll tell
We're
you
also
what, though.
I'm standing up against a tree, look like,
It was so awesome because we did all that shit, right? And then the birds did whatever we wanted them to do. We were on such a good hunt, bro. And it was like one of the prettiest mixed bags I've ever shot.
It was.
Would you do it again?
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah, for sure.
Tomorrow.
It'd be a lot easier now, too. But I'll tell you what.
Them feet's light
I'll
now,
tell you
player.
what, though, dude. When we did that and we shot those ducks, I was like, I will do this every day.
Yeah,
if
after
that's
you
what we
did
have
it.
to, then I'll do it every day.
But then we were like, nah, let's go look at some other scenery.
And I think that goes back to where this started. Like, and I use my example from all that down where I'm from.
Yeah.
We've had those 24 duck days where we didn't know what the species was going to come through. It could have been a mallard, a canvasback, a Hollywood. You know what I mean? At any point, we're shooting all variety. So I think that's what drives you to do those things.
Yeah. Well, I think having that damn good hunt, you're like, all right,
What if it's that?
I'll do it again.
That
I'll do it so many times again.
That wasn't a gamble though that day.
You knew.
I knew. Yeah, because I had a buddy that we had hunted there a couple times. He actually took me there, and I called him before these guys come in. I said, "Look, I got some buddies coming in. Do you mind if I bring them? Because that's etiquette. That's what you should do."
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, dude, go ahead." And I knew with the deal. And the funniest thing, and I told Garrett and them boys this today, it was we were talking about this hunt. It come up, and when we were walking out, there was a dude in the ditch with binoculars watching us walk out. And normally when we walk out with ducks, I put them in the boat. They go on the bottom of the boat. We cover them up because we don't want people on the way out to see them. Wasn't no hiding these, right? Like
right. We're walking a mile. So.
He's binos up, So we come out, get our pictures done. He's still there. We come out, and he's like, "Hey man," like he said, "Are y'all gonna go hunt there tomorrow?" Y'all are with me, but it was like I remember this was the first time I'd ever seen like the USIA. I don't think they make them
I remember
anymore.
the waders.
Okay. Yeah, the custom USIA or something like that. They were dope, but like he's like, "Y'all going back there in the morning?" We was like, "No." I don't think so, because we were going to go to Catahoula Lake the next day because y'all wanted to see it. We're in Louisiana.
Right.
We done had a banger hunt.
Yeah.
Hindsight, we should have just hunted there all 3 days. But y'all got to see Catahoula, all this. And I was like, "No, man, we're not going to be there." And he looked at us. He's, "Really?" "Yeah, dude. Like these guys are in the film. We want some more scenery. They've never seen Catahoula Lake. I want to show them everything."
That dude knew what he was doing too.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Hell yeah.
He was a killer, dude.
Hell yeah, he was.
But like,
you could tell right away.
Well, I mean, like, but he had his dad. He's like, "My dad and my uncle are going to come. Like, would you mind if I brought them there?" I'm like, "No, but please take them. That we're not going to be here. Somebody's going to be in here if you're not. So please take them." And he could not believe that we weren't going back because we walked out with all these ducks. I mean, anyway, went to Catahoula Lake, shot nothing. Went to another spot that up the road from the camp and nothing.
Shot one wood duck that day.
We did. Okay, yeah, I don't remember, but I'm glad you do.
Mm-hmm.
It was no good. It was
Did y'all
cold.
go to Pepaw's or y'all just went?
We were Pepaw's. We were at the camp, but we hunted public.
Bro,
up the road.
Matt Lehman had those non-insulated waders, and we were breaking ice.
It was 26 degrees. I do remember it was 26.
He called me.
It was colder than 26.
It was 23.
No, it was 26.
I got a
was
screenshot
cold.
on my phone of it 23.
Wind chill?
No, 23 on my phone.
I just don't remember it being
No,
cold.
I remember it being cold as shit.
It was
with
cold for-
100% humidity.
You guys
That's a
dressed for
different
Minnesota
cold.
25, 30.
Totally.
It was
Yeah, totally, because it's a different type of cold.
totally different.
Well, no,
Way different.
Matt was freezing.
Matt was hurting.
So I gave him my jacket, and then I'm like, I can feel it in my bone. I can feel it in my
You
fucking
done messed up.
bone marrow, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Not good.
Yeah.
He had marinated in humidity for 3 days, and he did not know what to do.
Yeah. No, that was an experience. That was an experience for sure. And like having gone all over the country, it is insane how different every place is and what they do and don't do. But man,
No, cultures and etiquettes are vastly different wherever you go.
very much so.
We did, what is it? Oh,
he was just about to say something.
It's okay.
His mouth was about to open.
No, go ahead,
and
dude.
then it just went back to.
Not very far though, right?
It was just so weird that your mouth opened. So you must have had something really important to say.
Ventriloquist over here.
No, I was just following up on all across the country and how.
Yeah, because you've had an interesting experience going around with them too and seeing stuff.
Right, it's been very different. Especially like. Okay.
All right, now. All right.
They're teasing me because my mouth don't open.
Oh, I know it. I'm aware.
I'm trying not to have an accent, but y'all giving me a complex.
Boom her.
I mean, you can have an accent. Yeah, you do have one. So
not as bad as y'all.
What?
All right.
Well, now.
Is that how we sound?
No.
Give it a goo.
Dude, that girl in Montana. We were in Montana last weekend. We were trying to. CarPlay did not work in this car until day 2. And she was trying to hook it up for us. She's like, well, let's give it a goo. And I'm like,
yeah.
A what? That's a fish.
Goo. A goo.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Hunter.
No, I mean, anyway, from Missouri,
That's where I was going.
Missouri is insane. All this, we're talking about being up early, doing all this stuff. This guy is on our butt about getting up early. We got to go draw. We got to do this. We got to do that. And Wade, he's getting up. He goes. We're getting there. Once again, I think we're going to be late. We're right on time. We pull. We draw. We're excited. It's our first day there. Like, no way. No way. I don't even know how y'all say it.
No way.
You drew like a 2, didn't you?
Yeah. So we got the pond that the
one we wanted.
We was instructed to get.
Yeah.
And then the guys that we was with were 3 people behind us. They drew. And we was able to share the pond.
Mm-hmm. So we got the whole group, the house that we're staying at, all the people in it, and us. Which was it 8? 8.
Big win.
Yeah.
Huge win. So, all right, boom, we got our tag. We got our draw. Let's go, right? We're going to get decoys, get the boat, get all this stuff, because we didn't bring any of that to the draw.
Yeah, we've swapped gears. All right, we've got to hurry. We've got to get our shit and go.
It's breaking daylight.
Because that's how we're wired.
Yeah.
Was that like Grand Pass?
I'm 200 milligrams
Can't
in.
tell you that. Boat ramp tour. It's quiet.
I'm 200 milligrams in, that morning, and it's like, all right, let's go.
And then he says, meet us at the diner for breakfast.
You cannot fathom
before honey.
After
it's breaking daylight,
bro. It's 5:45 a.m. and he's like, just go to the diner, and I'm like, I don't know. Like Hunter could tell you, he was asking me what I think about it, and while we're walking into the diner, I'm
holding the camera, and he's
I'm
like,
distraught, dude. I don't know what's going on. Because you got to shift gears,
totally.
right? If you get up and you're ready to go, it's like, all right, we got to go. You guys know how I am at home. If we get up at 2 a.m., we roll. It's like, all right, let's go. You ready? Let's get in the truck. Let's get out of here. And that's how I am. When I get up, it's time to go.
Right.
Well, this dude said, let's go to the diner. And I'm like,
for what?
Why? What? Like breakfast? No. We got to go. Anyway.
Full-blown breakfast.
We're talking.
Oh, yeah, pancakes and
cafe,
everything.
diner, big, dude.
Yeah.
And then we finish that, and we head back to the camp or the lodge.
Not in a hurry. Still not in a hurry.
Not in a hurry.
It's 7:30.
And then he pulls out panel blinds, and he's starting to stuff panel blinds.
Slowly.
An hour and a half goes by, and he's like, guys, the ducks aren't going to show up till 1 o'clock.
I almost had an anxiety attack, dude.
He's like, the ducks aren't going to show up till 1 o'clock this evening. We're like,
do you know?
Give us the heads up on
no
this
doubt.
before.
The amount of words started with F that come out of my mouth after that. Dude. What I mean,
what the hell? I
can't go back to sleep.
Right.
So I think we get there like 11:30.
11:30. Yeah.
Why did they do the draw at 5 a.m.?
You can hunt all day.
But that's what the draw is. Yeah.
You can hunt all morning, but they in their defense, they did know when the ducks were coming in that area.
Oh yeah.
So it was a win.
Yeah.
But shifting gears from how we run and how we roll, how we ride, like, no, man.
Right.
That took that was a.
They were getting up. They were gonna have some coffee.
Well, they had ice on the water.
Take it easy.
We pulled up and they had 250, 300 birds get up.
Yeah, in that pool.
So we idle around.
Flooded corn.
Yeah, flooded corn. Can't do nothing but idle around. We get there. They find
the whole thing's no wake.
Feathers and little sheet ice all warmed up. So we're like, okay, it was here.
That's the ones.
Set up this awesome panel blind, and we sat there for an hour and didn't see anything.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh my God, this is
we messed up.
Yeah. And then 1 o'clock.
We shot like 20 something that afternoon. And he was like, man, it just ain't like it used to be.
And we over there having a blast.
You guys were like,
ready to choke this fool, right? Like, you had me wake up this morning, get in a draw, wait till 1, and then you tell me after shoot 24 that it ain't as good as it used to be. Well, I'm at home like praying for a day like this. No, man. I'm about to choke you in front of everybody.
And when shooting time ended, the birds was insane.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And
then we didn't draw again.
Yeah, we didn't draw. We had to hunt the no draw pool after that. The last 2 or 3 days.
And it was still all right.
The first day was not. The first day was not.
No.
There was on the board when you walk in for the draw room, they'll tell you how many ducks are estimated to be, the count, right? Then they'll tell you how many geese.
Like Canada's specks or snows.
Specks and snows. And then snow had one. One snow on the whole thing. That day, that was terrible. That was supposed to be a sit size / scout.
Yeah.
I shot the only goose.
He shot the snow goose.
Let's go.
So we got a picture of him. We got a picture of him holding the snow goose, and then like the snow goose, and he's like holding the number 0.
Smash.
Awesome.
But
and it was funny because that morning we was like, "What if we shot the only goose?"
It was funny.
It has been 0 days since a workplace incident.
It was fun.
Got him.
But same day, on that same day, Hunter and Tip went scouting, and me and Joe was with us that trip.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Joe went scouting, and they found a pile of birds in a little bit of water that was secluded. You had to walk probably 700 yards to it, and we pulled up into the back of the creek, got in it, and had the best hunt of the week in that spot we walked to.
Yeah,
and we shot 42 that day. It was good.
That's a good hunt.
It was seven of us. And then as soon as we got done, one of the guys that works for the DNR, or whatever they call them, GWs or DNR officers, whatever. But one of those guys and another dude with him were on the edge of the pond, like in the bushes. And as soon as we left, they walked in. And they had like 12 ducks before we had our boat all the way loaded up.
Damn.
And then, go ahead.
And then we had to make a hard decision to not go back there the next day.
We had decided not to go.
Right. Because we're going to Kansas next, dude. Like, we're on a high. Kansas is going to be banging.
Hopefully. Yeah. And that hard decision that we decided to sleep as an adult, like we're an adult, we need to sleep and get a head start. Somebody decided to make the decision to get a local that we all knew. He was going to go sleep in the hole, so nobody got it the next morning.
Yeah.
He went and slept in the hole. And we were like, guys, we didn't really start shooting ducks till like 11. Like that's when they start coming in there heavy. You shoot a few early, and then you shoot a bunch of them after 11. Sure enough, we get there early. Everything's there. We throw a few decoys out. We get in. We shot 3 ducks.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. When we left, because we had to go to Kansas, 1:30, because some more people left. 3 guys stayed total. One guy that slept and 2 of the guys. 2 hours after we left, they shot their 18 ducks total.
Yeah.
And it's like after 11, banger. But then we went to Kansas, saw no people.
No people. Which we say on the boat rim tour, the most important thing is what?
People, dude.
People.
So we had to leave Kansas.
The hunting
wasn't great either, but no. Yeah, we cut it a day short. And we went to Arkansas and finished it up there and had the busiest, probably the busiest morning in Arkansas, and gave a gun away that morning.
Do you guys have a run like that this year where you're doing a bunch of stops in a row?
No, yeah, I mean we stop every day, right? But we don't have different states that we like. We just
That's
do,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, so this year I can tell you state wise. I can't tell you like city or region or anything, but state like is Minnesota, Wisconsin, which I would consider that the same because it's literally like if we wouldn't have came over here to hang out and hunt tomorrow, we gave everything away that we had. The last part that went out today, but we were just on the river, right? Like hunting whatever side. And then the next thing is Tip and Mark, who is our CEO. Everybody knows Tip. Mark's our CEO. They're going to Maryland for World Goose. They're going to do some stuff up there on the bay and like do some boat ramp stuff there.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then on that Wednesday after the World Goose, Tip's going to either drive down or fly down back to South Carolina, and he's going to drive from South Carolina all the way over to Arkansas, and he's going to do opening day in Arkansas. And then from there, I am going to do opening day in Arkansas as well, but we're still going to be split up. We're just going to be in 2 different places. So we're doing 1 day there. When that's over, boat ramp tour will resume in January. So we're going to start January the 7th or 8th in Arkansas, and we're going to run all the way to January 17th. And we may bounce left, right, up, down, but we will end. And I can say this. I can say this because we're gonna end on January 17th in Stuttgart. And the reason I say Stuttgart openly is because there's going to be a party there, end of the year boat ramp tour party. And whether we're hunting in the area or not, we're driving down for the party.
Yeah.
Or up or over. It depends, because last year ducks were not where we thought they would be.
Yeah.
So they could be somewhere else again. But yeah, end of the year party, January 17th. That is not an invite if you guys are listening, just so you know. I don't want 13,000 people to show up. I think our fire marshal is 250. But
damn.
Yeah, it's only 250 that can be there. But it's gonna be like a, quote, like, I wouldn't say small, but it's just gonna be a cool gathering of people that's been involved in the tour over the course of the year. Just a celebration. Like, we can actually sleep now and hang out and have fun. But it'll be a good time.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this kind of your baby, Wade.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I guess you could say that. It was created.
Your brainchild. Yeah,
a buddy of mine. Everybody know. I think a lot of people know my buddy Matt Gray. Let me back up even further. You guys remember the Run and Gun tour that happened years ago?
Right.
It was a big retail initiative that happened between
Sitka, Rigg'em Right.
Yeah, Sitka, Yeti, Rigg'em Right. But it was Rigg'em Right's truck, Yeti, and Sitka sponsored it with Rigg'em Right, and they did a thing and it worked. But from that spawned this idea. Matt and I had been talking about it. And I honestly want to say Matt was the guy that was like, dude, why don't we just take this truck out to the boat ramp? He's from Arkansas, hunts public in one specific place more than any. And I was like, yeah, dude, we can just hook my boat up to it or yours, whatever, and we can just pull it. And we were going to do it. And before it got said, yeah, hey, we'll do it, somebody decided it was a bad idea. They were scared of getting tires slashed or something, which wouldn't have happened. But they pulled it, and it just, done. Well, it's gone and done. But I love the idea. And a few years went by, and then I started working at Migra, and I brought this idea up of a boat ramp tour. So it was kind of like an evolution of the idea, I guess. I think
you were inspired by.
Yeah, I was, man. I mean, me and Matt discussed it a lot, so I understood kind of the dynamic of what we were doing, and then I was like, man, you know what? Like, there's way more to this. And yeah, dude, I just thought this is the greatest way to connect to the people that you want to be connected to.
Yeah.
And the only way that the only way I feel that you can help or let or make, I don't like to say make, that's just aggressive, but like that people will trust you is if they know that you're for them. Right. And you're trying to help them, or you are who they are. You're the same as they are.
They are who we thought they were.
That's right. Or wait, this isn't what we thought, like kind of one of those things. No, I mean, you're right. Like, it's so go to the boat ramp, public, we're showing up and we're hunting. We're using the same equipment you use for the most part.
Right.
Not because we were being, it's just what we do. I'd be doing this if I wasn't doing this. Right. And we're just giving stuff out for free, and it's a price of admission, and it breaks walls down, and it's a way to connect to your customer in a way that nobody else has ever done.
Yeah. I
don't think we'll ever do again. And maybe I'm wrong, and that's a bold statement, but it takes a lot. I'm telling you, I've been on the inside and the outside. This is not easy. And I think there's a lot of that can't. And I say that just strictly based off of bandwidth, not talent. I think
the reality though too, man, is like, I think the interesting thing about the boat ramp tour is that you guys are a hunter.
Yeah.
We're not
out there just handing stuff out and leaving.
And I don't mean this in like a negative way in any way, but a lot of people that are at companies that are working in the outdoor industry, working in the hunting industry, they're hunters.
Yeah.
But they may not really be like, because duck hunting is totally its own thing.
They may not love it.
They may not have that same drive that the guys that want to buy your products have for duck hunting. You know what I mean? It's just like we've talked about earlier in this conversation, where it's different varying degrees of difficulty and I think commitment depending on where you are and what you're going to end up doing.
That's good.
But there are guys all over the country that hunt all different types of ways, and you could take them anywhere. You could take them to Louisiana, you could take them anywhere, and you could tell them, hey, today is going to be really hard, but we have a chance to shoot ducks. Those guys are going no matter what.
That's right.
And a lot of the dudes that, you're talking about, that just people that work at these companies, they probably wouldn't be able to they wouldn't be interested in grinding it out like that. They wouldn't be interested in meeting people where they're at, because what you would have to do it is it's a lot of it's a lot of work, bro.
Not sleep.
Yeah.
Ironically, you say that. We just took some high up executives for a company on their first duck hunt.
Oh yeah, we did do that. Well, I say we took them. We went with some people, but we were there to help with it. If that makes sense.
It was like a big collaboration.
We were guests, but we helped.
We did a lot of the work, and Wade sweet talking those ducks with his.
That was fun. Well, it's not hard to sweet talk when there's not. When man, that's rough.
We walked.
I can't say it's rough.
But we walked 2 miles.
It was 1.1 one way.
1 point. Yeah,
it was 2.2 total.
And these ladies carry decoys. Their first duck hunt, and they are some higher ups in a major brand in the industry on their first duck hunt.
Yep.
On public.
Yep.
And there was a lot of training to be had.
Well,
but they had a phenomenal time.
Yeah.
They have not stopped talking about it. And I was there to document majority of it.
Yeah.
So now they have that memory, right?
Yeah, I think the big thing too is like when you're not a hunter and then you have the opportunity to go hunt, if you haven't done a ton of stuff in the outdoors or done a lot of hunting and fishing, going out there, even if you're not like really into, I'm going to be a big duck killer.
Yeah.
Just being out and actually seeing how the world wakes up, seeing how things actually move that you never like spent any time thinking about. You drive by birds, you drive by animals, all the time. Until you're a hunter, you're never driving by birds and being like, there's a lot of ducks over there. It's just, there's just ducks there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just like, it's almost a different like flip that gets switched in your head where you go, oh yeah, there's all this stuff going on all the time around me. I just never actually thought about it.
Yeah.
And it's not that crazy really, because think about like any industry, guys that work for Toro Motors or, like these guys might not have ever been like a landscape architect or done a lot of mowing, but like they know a lot about how to help this mower, be the best mower it can be. So I think that's totally normal for there to be people working in the industry that don't have that experience, because because they don't know about hunting doesn't mean they don't understand how numbers tell you whether or not your marketing is working.
Yeah. Well, and that's why it's cool that you guys are out there at the boat ramp.
That is what I was going to say.
Because you can just say, hey, how'd you guys hunt do? Well, they didn't do this. Well, were they doing this? Because that's what they were doing to us. It
humanizes it, dude.
Are you using spinners? Are you not using spinners? Are you using pulsators? How many decoys you got out there? And they're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like watching the light switch in their
when
head.
They say that you speak their language.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, shit.
Well, it's cool, man.
It was fun to watch.
And it is, dude, because they're blown away, dude. Like, and I don't know. For me, it's like, this should be normal,
Right.
But I've realized like a lot of the guys that work in this space, the waterfowl space specifically, like their passion isn't waterfowl anymore. It used to have been probably,
right.
But it's their everyday, it's their day-to-day thing that they have to do, and it's literally become a job, right? So a lot of these guys are like, I'd rather deer hunt. Like I love to waterfowl hunt, like I love it, but like my passion has moved to deer. Or Luke, like our buddy, like he's a duck hunter, he's a killer. Like he'll go out there and hunt with the best of them. But he likes grouse hunting.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's cool. He gets it. He speaks the language. He can do it, But like, man, I don't think there's anything better than waterfowl hunting.
Right.
And
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what makes it so different and so invaluable to like have a Wade Shoemaker who I'm a duck hunter. You know what I mean? Like that's who you are. Like that's your identity. That's what you do.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, like you can go and do other types of hunting, but at your core, you're a duck hunter.
Hey guys, did you know that the Midwest Flyways podcast is sponsored by Duck Creek Decoy Works, aka The Flashback? Some of the best water motion out there. It's super realistic, kicks up a bunch of ripples on the water, and does not flare geese when you're water hunting. Pretty huge, I would say. So go to duckcreekdecoyworks.com and get yourself a flashback today. They're awesome.
I'm a duck hunter. I like to go hunt deer.
Yeah.
I like to hunt dove.
Right.
I like to deer hunt. I like to dove hunt. I like to blank hunt.
Right.
But I'm a duck hunter.
That's right.
So like, then there's a difference, right?
Totally.
Like one carries a lot more weight.
My favorite thing is when Wade pulls the executive decision to say,
I don't know where this is going.
Y'all got room in the boat? To some random guy.
Yeah.
We're at the launch and this guy pulls up and we're like, where's all the duck hunters? We're going scout.
You wouldn't do that in Arkansas, though.
We have.
You said you got room in the boat?
I don't doubt that I have not.
I was going to say,
I don't doubt that I have not.
You'd probably be pretty well received in Minnesota.
More or less, let me rephrase it. In Arkansas, again. He would invite. Let me rephrase it. In Arkansas,
it's a read the room kind of thing.
He'll invite.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
if they're by themselves.
If you're like doing that, you're probably going to have a lot more success doing that in Minnesota than you would
and what Hunter's trying to say, it's not like, hey guys, can I go with you?
I know.
It's like having the conversation with them and them being very open and wanting to give tips and tricks. And it's just like, dude, we don't know anybody here and we're not probably going to come back. If we do, it's once a year at max.
Right.
So like, yeah, let's go together.
We hunted. What?
We hunted, dude.
Saturday, Sunday, today.
Yeah.
So 3 days we've hunted.
Yeah.
2 of those 3 days,
yeah,
we've hunted with locals that we've never met before.
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude. But here's the coolest part though. Like they offered before I asked, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, like the first day we met Mike. You weren't there. That's right. That was Luke. So like we met Mike. He lives up the road from the launch. And we got to talking. He's like, yeah, dude, you ain't got nobody to go. Let's go with me. I was like, we don't have nobody to go with, so we'll go with you.
And learned a lot.
Yeah, learned about the area and everything he said. True.
It's so funny too because the way that I think hunting and guns are perceived in this country from people who don't hunt.
Yeah,
they just have no idea really. And if you're like telling people, like I remember, I was at a wedding one time, and it was for one of my wife's coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know anybody, other than the coworkers that are friends enough to be at our house. So I'm just sitting there and there's this guy next to me. He's like, I know you like to hunt. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, so how does that, like, how scary is that when you're out with people with, like guns? And I'm like, dude, to be honest, like half the time you're like jumping in with people, hunting with people with guns. You don't even know them.
Yeah. I
was like, we'll meet people and you'll be hunting with them the next day and everybody has a gun on them. And you don't even think anything. It's completely normal. And he's like, wow, that's so weird. Like, I can't imagine that.
Dude, this morning was probably like the first time in a while because we were just hunting with 3 people I've never met before. And I'm like, hey.
Yeah, I remember this.
I'm like, hey. So we all understand like hunting with a dog and, the second you see something black dart out in the spread, like my dog never breaks. But let's say he does. We're not going to shoot my dog, are we? And they're like, oh, no. We hunt with dogs all the time. And he did break today. So that was really cool.
Nice.
Really cool. But
cool
he's never hunted out of an A-frame. I've always had a blind next to the A-frame.
Yeah.
So he's like in and out of that thing. And
he didn't know what to do, dude.
I was going to kill him.
He did great.
I was going to kill him. No, he did not.
He did what we needed.
He did good getting the duck and bringing it back.
Yeah, he did good at his job.
Dude, I'm very unhappy with him right now.
We knew when we pulled up with these boys that we was with the right crew.
Yeah, dude.
Because when I looked at the amount of brush,
dude,
that they put on this A-frame, I was completely like, these are my people.
Yeah.
It was very well brushed in. Now, is it anything out of the ordinary from like a real hunter? No. I looked at it and I'm like, nothing needs to be done to this.
Yeah.
But it was really nice.
But that's the whole point.
That's rare.
You're hunting. I mean, you showed it and you're like, okay, these are our people, right?
Yeah.
Like we're in good company.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. So Garrett was the guy's name that I met at the ramp yesterday. So came back to got to backtrack. Okay. Saturday morning, Sunday morning, we go out by ourselves. We hunt this spot, cool spot. The load up the spot with decoys, probably one of the prettiest spreads we've ever thrown out. Didn't matter. Shot 1 teal the whole day. But that's not the story. The story is when we made 2 trips, 1 in, dropped all the decoys off and everything, dropped Hunter off. I went back, got Joey. Joey put everything in the boat. I was like, hey man, we got everything. Yeah, we're good. We leave. We go back to the spot and we get everything out. We're hustling. We're running. We get everything out the boat and I'm fixing to go park it. And I said, Joey, man, did you get our guns? Like mine? We brought Hunter. Like Hunter had one. It's like, did you get our guns? He's like, no, you did. And I'm like, nope, didn't. And I said, I'll let you interject, but I got to get this out. And I was like, no, I grabbed the wax sleeve that you brought for me to put the gun in because you have to have your gun in a case in the state. Here at home you don't, but like here you do. So I was like, bring one so I don't have to keep taking it apart, putting it back together in my travel case. So anyway, He said, no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You didn't even apologize. So he said, no.
That's bullshit.
You did not say I'm sorry, not once.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you needed me to grab your gun. I thought you had it. I thought this was a Benelli giveaway.
All right,
after I said no.
All right.
No, I said, Joe, get everything out of the truck so I can come back and we can load it up. Everything out of the truck was not in the boat when we got back. So I go at 9. It was probably 8:30 when that duck started working.
I'm gonna snap.
It's okay, snap. I have a video of this.
Snap.
So we're sitting there hanging out, and it's cool though. Like there's not it didn't matter. There wasn't a lot of birds moving around anyway.
Sure. It wasn't until
this point. Sun's coming out. We've got birds kind of looking better. We're like, oh yeah, the sun's hitting the decoys and the spinner. We're getting excited. We're calling. I got the video. I'll show it to you later. These ducks are working. It's just 3 of them, and they're coming. I mean, they're just coming like this. Joey's already missed 1 duck, and I said, Joe, you can hear me in the video. Joe, you got to shoot 2, dude. Like, you better shoot 2 of these. And I'm video, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna. And I said, okay. He pulls up.
And then what happened? So I'm like, and he's like, you going to shoot those? You better get your gun out. You better use your gun. And I'm like,
the only one with a gun,
and
bro.
now they were here, and they were coming, and then they're like, and they start going to the right a little bit. And he's like, you better use your gun.
Oh, no.
And I'm like,
boom. That's not. He pulled up.
I'm going to snap.
Are you my here?
I'm going to snap.
You can snap. That's fine. Crackle and pop. So he's pulled up right here, right? Like in front. He's here aiming at the ducks at probably 35 yards coming at him. I would say that's probably fair. Would you agree it's 35?
Are you talking about the first one?
The 3.
No, they were quartering away from me on my right side, and I was here is my front, and I was here for that shot.
When you shot, when you pulled up, they were in front of you. And he pulled up, and I'm like, he's about, I got a video. I'll show it to you in a minute.
Good.
Receipts. He pulls up, and he's like,
good.
Huh. Boom. Whiff.
Because I didn't know if I was going to take the shot. And he's like, you better use your gun.
So
you got it. You better use it.
So
I don't have my gun.
That's when Wade left.
I was like, I got to go get my gun.
And that brought us to Garrett.
So now I'm at the ramp, and I'm like, all right, cool. I've been rode in front of all these people 4 times, like that are hunting with the duck, like they're duck hunting. I've been rode in front of them so many times. And I waited till after 8:30 because I didn't want to mess up the morning flight.
Yeah.
So I come back, I get my stuff, I'm putting it in the boat, and I walk up. Garrett, he recognized me. He's like, hey. And I was like, yeah. And asked me if he knew you guys. He said, yeah. So Joey's out there. He just missed some ducks, so I had to come back and get the guns that he forgot. And then I put it in the boat and ended up, I had some shells I was going to give the people out that were hunting because we had just rode in front of them so many times. Ended up giving them Garrett, his pals, a guy that lived on the corner of the road. And me and Garrett get to talking. He talks about the area and talks about some spots. And then that escalates. I'm trying to spare details, but that escalates to later on. I text him about, hey, you going to be around tomorrow? Because I wanted to take him to lunch. I'm like, these guys helped us out. Like, they gave us this area to go hunt, yada, yada. Yeah. And I didn't see his reply. And then after I looked back at my phone, he'd already texted me again. And he was like, hey, y'all want to just hunt together? Yeah. And I was like, yeah, why not? Right. And we ended up going to a different spot. And met him. Blind was brushed crazy good, and they had the decoys out the right way, and we put ours out the way that we thought would happen. And I think we shot 10 ducks together today with people we'd never met before in our life.
That's so cool.
It was dope, dude. And we sat down at lunch, and this like hits me weird every time because he's like, hey man, thanks for coming hunting. And he's like, I'm glad you guys like would just like hunt with people, And I'm just like, that's what we do, like we hunt with people. Like, we want to go out there, have fun, and do good or not do good, but just with good people. Right. And I think it kind of like hits me in the gut when I said it out loud, because I don't like that mindset. Right. Like, I don't like that somebody like that. It's a good dude, 21 years old, got pals that hunt hard, thinks that we're different than anybody, that we're elevated to a point that's something that they're not, right?
Sure.
And it's like, why would they think that? They're just conditioned to believe that people are like here, right?
I don't know, bro. I think that a lot of the people that have come before, people that are still doing it, even that are, known.
Sure.
I don't think that that's the vibe that they give off. I don't think that's the game plan for them, though.
Well, and that was kind of like me asking why do they think that, and like it's more of me like, they shouldn't think that.
Yeah.
Right. And because the people that are that way shouldn't be that way.
Right.
Right. Like you literally are just hunting or talking to people that were successful and grew a business in the hunting community. Right. Like I guess I've never been, it's hard for me to get starstruck by people like for anything and everything. So like for me, it's like, no, man, we're the same. And I know that like I'm old, right? And they're not.
We were the old guys.
Yeah, but it's like,
bro, we were unks.
We were the unks, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. I'll get off on a tangent and go in a circle because I'm tired. But like that bothers me more than anything. I think that people see us and because there's a number beside our name and on a certain platform, or because we've been seen or done things that are kind of cool, right? Like that we're elevated to a position that it's. I can't believe you would hunt with people like us, you know?
Well, I think
That's
it goes
so silly to me.
That's sad.
I hate it, dude.
I think before we started today,
mad. Like I'm trying. I'm sorry.
Well, like before we started today, we was talking about like hate, right? And we didn't have the guidance like to get where we're at. The old guys, even my own father, who was a huge waterfowl hunter, he didn't sit down and teach me how to blow a duck call. He didn't teach me how to throw the decoys. He just said, come if you're going to come, right? Like, that's it. So for us, you know, trying to be that light naturally to show young guys, us being almost 15, some of us 20 years apart from the guys that we're hunting with,
yeah,
and still blend without that constant, like, I'm with dad nostalgia. You know what I mean? There was no hate. Like, I didn't even feel an age separation or age gap. I thought we was just duck hunting.
I think one of the easiest things, like one of the things that breaks down that barrier so quickly, though, is anytime you're doing something with people that you have a common goal and you all like the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, sports will do that too. You know, you could be playing sports with people that are older than you, you know, but you're still trying to do the same thing. You know what I mean? So I think that's where duck hunting is so cool. All types of hunting, but duck hunting specifically because of the camaraderie involved in it and the ability for you to actually spend time with people, where like deer hunting, you know,
you'd sit in the stand. You can't
man,
talk,
you're sitting in your stand by yourself.
Nothing.
Yeah, you're supposed to be quiet. I mean, even like upland hunting, like you're with people. But if you're walking 30 feet, 40 feet apart, you're not like having a conversation. You're not like, so what'd you do about, you know, that thing at your house? Like, you sit in a duck blind, you can talk about life, anything you want. You know, you can talk about whatever you got going on and then still be hunting.
Yeah.
So
it's not the same.
I think it's a really interesting point that you brought up, where like your dad was like, if you're coming, you're coming. Like, he was so pumped to go. He's just like, I'm not going to miss this opportunity because you're going to slow me down or whatever. I was really fortunate for my dad to like hold my hand throughout the entire thing, and like learning how many people did not grow up with that is insane to me. Mm-hmm. And that was like one of our goals when we started Midwest Flyways, was to like pass on the tradition to the next generation, you know, like to keep the traditions alive and like to help other people understand like the ethics of it, the tradition, the heritage, and then also like how to do it, because it's so freaking intimidating.
So like, don't get me wrong, my dad, I've been duck hunting since I was 4 years old. Like, duck hunting, like when it was good by the house, I wasn't even allowed to shoot teal. It was mallards, widgeon, pintail, gadwall.
Yeah,
that's it. You know what I mean?
Big ducks.
And just big ducks. And then when I finally, but my dad, he was just a father, right? Like, he made sure I was warm. He was making sure I was taken care of. And he made sure I had all my safety precautions with my gun. Like, for instance, for the first, from 4 years old to probably 10 years old, only had a crack barrel 20 gauge. It was just one shot because he didn't want any other shots to swing through, you know, and thinking about it now as a father, now that's exactly how I taught my kids that same way, that same method. And now you can sit in the blind. I can tell you right now that I will go with both of my boys. One of them's 13 and one of them's about to be 11. And they will hunt in the blind, and they will be more ethically sound with their gun than a grown man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what I'm saying, what I'm getting with that is that my dad was there. It just wasn't like, hey, you know,
let me teach you how to kill ducks.
Yeah, you know, like this is why the decoys are. Like I had to learn from watching him,
right?
And he did it, but you know, so what did he teach me, or did he just have me there?
It was a lead by example kind of thing,
right? But it was still cool to have, you know, in reference for that, it was still cool to have that guidance when Wade didn't start until 19 years old.
I didn't start hunting until I was 20.
Mm-hmm.
Joey taught me how to hunt, and I grew up in a fishing family. You know, so I grew up fishing.
Mm-hmm.
My dad taught me how to fish, but I didn't grow up hunting.
I was homeschooled, so like Dad would take off all of December.
So your school was in the woods.
Well, that was
you're on the coast.
That was my recreation. You know, like part of the assignment that we had to report to the state. You know, so like December 1st, Dad was off, and it was 30 days of duck hunting.
Yeah, exactly. So when we started this, it was like, if you had not taught me, Joey, I would be fucked. Like I would have no idea. You don't know where to start, bro.
No,
and it's not like in the South where
we didn't have anybody.
Like if you grow up hunting around here, it's a tradition, but like in the South, it's a religion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It's
and
a
it's
lifestyle.
different, and it's a lifestyle. And
yeah,
it's a lifestyle. And up here, people are just as serious, but it's different.
It's
a different mentality about it. You know?
I think there's way more, and I don't know if this is accurate.
It's not as much pressure. Let me just say that. Let me put it that way. You know, like I think down south, it's because it is a lifestyle, because it's a religion. Like if you are not good at killing ducks, I think people put a lot of pressure on themselves of being like, I need to become a better hunter. Like I need to be able to do this. Up here, it's like, I want to be a great hunter. And how can I get better at that? But nobody's like, oh, you're not a good hunter? Yeah. Well, what the hell, dude? You don't kill any ducks? Like, it's not like that as much. Obviously, there's competition to try and stack
a
up
lot
birds,
of, I go duck hunting every year on this weekend and
I might celebration.
MEA weekend.
Yeah, I might go 1 or 2 times more than that. Like
it's more about, like you said, it's more about tradition than anything.
They're going to one spot.
Every time.
Yeah.
With the same decoys they've been having for 20 years.
They're going to show up and it may or may not have water.
Yeah, and they're going to have a damn good time.
And they're going
to have fun.
That's right.
And
because they're not there to kill the ducks.
That's right. It's not about the pressure of being like, I
need
to be a great hunter. No. You know, it's like, no, I enjoy hunting.
There's no scouting.
When I could tell you today, you know, being behind the scenes of y'all's conversation and trying to figure out where we're hunting tomorrow, we had birds in this field. I'm going to check. We had birds in this water. We had birds here. We got birds there. Are we all going to come here? Are you going to come there? 6, 7 different options.
Yo, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very close to each other.
Knowing what you're looking for.
Rather, and a lot of us just trusting each other to get to that point, right?
Yeah.
Like y'all are looking, and I'm like, yeah, I don't need to know what's going on. Just tell me what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and if we kill birds tomorrow, we kill birds. But you know,
there's definitely no promises.
No.
It's October in Minnesota.
Yeah.
No, I'm just stoked to kill birds in October.
But we're gonna put you on a public boat ramp.
That's for sure. We're gonna do it. We're gonna.
There's gonna be other people there.
Now, do we know for sure which place we're going yet? No.
We can give out.
Are we gonna talk about it after the podcast is done? Yeah.
We've got 1 hoodie and 2 t-shirts left. So
there you
if
go.
we see you wherever we go tomorrow, hopefully you're that
medium
size.
t-shirt is going to my wife, by the way. Just heads up.
We have 1 hoodie and 1 t-shirt left, and I hope we see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's I know one of the shirts. If you're a big boy and you wear a 3X, I got one for you. Or a big girl, God, you can have his 3X. Like, come. I just hope I see you there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, what would you say is the most? How do I say this? How do I say this? So, from doing the bow ramp tour,
This feels so complex.
what are you most surprised by that you learned?
Yeah.
Because like you're hunting with so many different people in so many different places. Like, what was the one thing where you're like, that works? That's kind of wild.
Like
or
that,
you're
we're
like
talking from a duck hunting
tactics. Hunting tactics.
Oh, I got you.
hunting tactics are just like about people. You know,
Well, I think that would be two different.
Yeah, I would think
two
it's
different answers on that one.
Yeah.
Sure. Both of you take one.
I think just take both. Like I don't know. I think we can answer both of them pretty quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tactic wise, I really can't say. And I don't want to sound like arrogant, but I don't think I learned anything new tactic wise. Because up until that point already hunted a lot of different scenarios.
Have you seen anything work that when you initially got out, you thought that seems like that's crazy?
Not where we were, because we didn't hunt anything crazy, like a crazy scene that I'm not used to. Like we hunted different states in different ways, but like for the most part, it's still either like pothole or pond or lake or buttonwillow hides or timber hides or lake blind. So nothing really out of the ordinary.
Buttonwillow.
Buckbrush, buttonwillows.
Oh, okay.
I think more or less on anything, and once again, not to sound arrogant, but I think you give us in the same area that we're
hunting water,
yeah, but I'm saying you give us 2 or 3 more days.
Yeah,
and I think we're killing.
Oh,
like that's what I was telling Cal. I need like
smashing.
I need like 3 days to figure it out, and then I'm good.
If you dedicated that, yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
because the first day we scouted, we went to a phenomenal area. And I still think that if we'd hunted that area away from everybody, that we probably would have been very successful. Potentially. Didn't hunt it. We don't know if that's the case, but it would have gave us more days to try that, right?
That's probably the hard part about the boat ramp tour, because you do have such a limited run in there. Yeah, and that's why it's so crucial to talk to people at boat ramps and stuff and try and figure some stuff out. Because
normally when we go, and it's a thing of like, we normally try to have somebody local, semi-local that's with us. Like if it's an ambassador or just a contact like that we know. Right. You're not local there, but you're way more local than I am. We know guys that hunt that area that we were at, and we can make a phone call and what do you think? Because we don't know it. We don't know it all as far as, and honestly, location is the biggest thing. And truly, dude, like the other thing is it's people first. So like if we're not killing ducks, like even though that might suck, if there's a bunch of people there, like
that's where you want to.
That's where we want to be.
Right.
Which is so backwards as a duck hunter. It's like, oh man, this is tough, but it's what's important, right? But yeah, dude, I
people wise, what have you learned? What have you
guys, boys. Let me tell you something. You like listening to loud music with your friends outside? Turtle box. You like setting up spread in the dark with no music? Don't get turtle box. You like having some enjoyment on a job site? I was just doing it today. I was building a deck, had the turtle box out there, was jamming my heart out. You have the Ranger. It has a magnet strip, so if you're golfing, you can put it on there. You can put it on the side of your truck. If you're like me and you're dumb, you can stick it to anything metal, and it plays music for you. They also have the original, and then they also have the Grande, which is almost too big and too loud. So guys, go check out Turtle Box.
People-wise, I don't think, and this is going to sound kind of back from what we said earlier, they're really not much different everywhere you go. Their approach, their demeanor, and their conversation is vastly different. But at their core, they're not much different.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Well, I'm speaking strictly about duck hunters here.
Yeah.
Because like, again, like you mentioned, like it's more tradition here versus lifestyle where I'm at. I would say at the core of even where I'm at versus where we're at right now, I think it's the same. People they want to shoot their ducks, they want to have a good time, and they want to make sure that everybody else is like going to do the same thing, right? As long as you're doing it the right way. If you're up there causing chaos, whatever, acting like an asshat, like they're not going to want you there.
Do you really think people though, like down in Arkansas, like down south, do you really think those people want other people shooting ducks and doing good?
At their core, I think they do. And I say that like very, like I maybe get some blowback. That's fine. I think they do because and maybe I'm just naive. I know growing up, I wanted to shoot them, and if somebody shot them, I was like, damn, I wish I was shooting them. But I was just happy to see people shooting them. I'm not gonna go and like high five and like, like pump them up about, oh yeah, man, let's go. Like unless they're my pal, but like at my core, I'm happy to see everybody shooting ducks and doing well and having a good time, even if I don't like them. It's like, man, that's awesome. But like in the moment, they're not gonna sit there and like sing for you or anything. But they're like, oh yes, at least somebody's killing them, and that's a very common saying. Hey man, at least somebody's killing them, and I think that's true. But like. Here, they're a little more vocal about it. Like, man, yeah, they're more. But again, it's more tradition than lifestyle. So, like, back home, if somebody sees that, they're like, "Cool." Now I got to figure out how I can.
Where was that guy at?
They want to, or it's just like, and if they're not a shot chaser, they're like, I got to figure out how to do that. I got to figure out why he's killing them and I'm not, because this is my identity, right? And up here, it's more like, man, this is dope. Glad you did good. I'll be here in 364 more days, because they're not coming back. It's a tradition. So, but again, there's guys like the guys we hunted with, like they'll kill them.
Oh yeah, they hunt all the time.
Yeah, and that's cool. But they're stoked to have people doing well too. And again, I don't know. I guess that maybe we've went around too many words, but I just think at the core, everybody really wants people to do well. But different regions, North versus South, I think there's a more competitive nature in the South.
Definitely.
Maybe that's just all linked to SEC. I don't know, but it's definitely more competitive in the South.
Watch out for that Big Ten, though. Coming for your ass.
Don't matter. I don't care either way.
For me,
I know.
For me, my experience with people probably isn't like what I learned or how to put it in words, but I'm gonna tell you, like, the emotional roller coaster of boat ramp tour, of people, and from the moment that we pull up, like year one, leg 3, and we're in Arkansas, and it's the end of the season, and everybody's tired, but you rolling up, and we roll up, Wade's big beautiful truck, decked out boats, hop out with 3 guys, 4 guys, 5 guys. We're looking good, right? We're on public property, and you walk up to people with a camera light and ask questions to give them stuff, right? And then you'll walk up to a guy on that same public boat ramp who's got similar stuff to you. He's a doctor, and he's going, just him and his son makes this hunt every year, and he's decked out with all the best clothes, and he got this little rink-a-dink boat, and you hand him stuff, and he's appreciative of it,
Yeah.
And then you go, and there's a guy like off in the corner, and the lights are barely on, and this truck is ragged out, dude. Like,
yeah.
And he's got his boat in, and he's just waiting. And then you walk up to him with a turtle box.
He's specifically speaking on the turtle box that we gave away in Arkansas last year.
Right. This is one. I mean, out of all the people we give and stuff to, this one really sticks out. And Wade walks up to him with a box of Migra.
Yeah.
And a turtle box. And he don't know what to do. Like, it gives me chills. He don't know what to do. And he rolls down the window. And then all of a sudden, Wade's explaining to him what's going on. He steps out, and then Wade hands him the turtle box and Migra shells, and the dude just instantly starts crying.
Oh, that was the last day on year
1.
Year 1. Last day on year 1.
Yeah, last day on year 1,
mm-hmm.
And this guy just starts crying, and you're like, because the value of
which you'll never see any of this on camera. You'll never see
we don't
we're not showing that.
That's certain things. That's for us. But I'm just saying, like, in general, like, that right there, same,
because he was so appreciative,
very much
appreciative, and not saying the guy and the doctor wasn't, but it just goes to show you that there's so many different levels of people who is going after the same goal.
Yes,
like, and it's so
yes.
I'll piggyback off that to tell you, like, when we give stuff away. And we're very intentional with the conversations we have, right? Like, if it's a very, especially something of value, like if we give away a gun, we gave 6 guns away last year. This year, I think we're doing 9, so like, we're going to be very intentional on who gets what. If we give a turtle box away, that's a valuable price, right? And so we're going to see a guy that looks like he wants it or needs it or whatever. For us, it's like, do we connect with the people? Does it make sense? And are they going to appreciate it? Right. We gave a set of tires away. General Tire sponsored.
Did you give tires away last year?
Yeah, General Tire sponsored last year, and we gave a set of tires. And all we did, look, we don't assume these people can't, like, afford a set of tires,
right?
But we see a dude duck hunting going hard, and it's like, no good tires. You're going hard at it, like, bro.
You're looking for cracks in the sidewalls.
Bald tires. We were looking, and I didn't know. And Hunter and them have lights on the cameras, and he was like, "Hey, Wade." Him and Travis were like, "Wade,"
kicking him like,
hey. And I looked, and I was like, oh, yeah. So I went and got this. I was like, hey, dude, like, can I give you a set of tires? He was like, what? Like, it threw him off. And I'm like, well, dude, like, we're obviously going around giving away stuff. Like, here, we gave you some shells. And I was like, but like, you going to need some here pretty soon, and we got some. So can I give them to you? He's like, yes. I mean, it was,
oh yeah.
Not, he could have probably went and bought a set that morning. Right. but he didn't, and he needed them. And if we can save somebody $2,500 on a set of tires, why not?
Right.
We gave, cool. Dude, it's so cool. And I'll tell you honestly, the other guy that I thought you were talking about initially in Arkansas last year,
was the other guy that you knocked on the window?
Yeah, and like the intentionality of it was we got to give one of these away today because we have X amount we got to get rid of, and I say get rid of in a way of like they're giving us to give away. I look across the parking lot and I'm like, who do I give this to? And I'm like, that square body Chevy over there. Square body Chevy is like my favorite. Like that's my favorite year model. It was an extended cab. This dude was red, had a camper shell on it. My Peppaw used to have a blue one like that we pulled the race car to the dirt track with. I remember eating ham and cheese sandwiches with white bread. I don't even like cheese, but I ate them in the back of Pepaw's truck. And I don't like cheese on sandwiches. Sorry. Cold cheese on a ham sandwich, terrible.
Worse.
Yeah, give me Rotel dip with like Velveeta cheese.
Bougie.
Right?
But I ain't bougie.
Melted cheese on a burger, pizza.
We'll come back to that later.
Sorry. Okay?
Unacceptable.
Yeah. You cheese on a sandwich?
Cheese, period. I'm Italian. Give it all to me.
I don't think you have to be Italian to like
I don't think so. But that's a dairy product.
I know.
That's
anyway, square body Chevy.
Dairy cows all over the country in America. But square body Chevy, and I'm like, you know what? We got to give it away. I love this truck, and I'm going to give it to this dude because I love it. Knocked on the window, dude just asleep. Him and his buddy are asleep in the truck. And I think he was asleep.
So can you imagine a light in your eyes? Like,
yeah, I was like, hey dude, like, look, we were just trying to figure out who to get this to, and I'm a big fan of your truck. And I just felt like you were the perfect guy to get a turtle box today. And what did he say? He said, no shit. He was like, because he's like white, no shit, and I'm like,
blown away.
Yeah, bro. He's like, oh man, what he said he said something. The video went out last week on YouTube, but it was cool to relive that. And yeah, dude, it's cool. And they appreciate it. And we have a good time giving it out. And I left that day like, you want to talk about like with a full heart, like, because we gave a bunch of stuff away. And just the interactions, the conversations we had, dude, like it reminded you of like, okay, this is why we get up at 2:30 in the morning every morning and turn our switches on when we don't even want to turn it on, when our battery's dead, and we just still keep going. We can smile through the pain because it does hurt. I promise. I wake up some days and I'm like, oh God, what have I done?
Yeah.
And we turn our switches on, and we in interior, like Hunter, I, Travis, Tip, or whoever's else with us, like if we're that amount of days, that long, that kind of regimen that you put yourself through, we turn our switches on for the people, and then when the people are gone, it's like, all right, we're going to take it out on each other. Like, cause
it does get rough.
I mean, like you're with people for 30 something days. This year's going to be a lot different because it's less days and spread out different.
Yeah.
But the last 2 years, it's like you're taking it out on your people.
Oh yeah.
And it's because like you trust these people, right? And it's like, dude,
I think the last day after the party last year, both Travis and I left the party.
Yeah.
And we're like, I ain't even listening to my radio.
Yeah, y'all went home that night.
Yeah, we went home that night. That's how bad it was. Like,
yeah.
And it's nothing against anybody.
Just got to go home and reset. Dude.
It's just like, I love these people too much to feel this way. You know what I mean? Like It has worn you down. But there's stories on top of stories, especially being the guy that, for me, I did all the long form stuff last year for all the episodes. So I go through all the footage and relive it over and over and over again while editing it.
Yeah.
And, there's a lot of things that's not in there because it's so much of it.
Right.
And it would just get redundant. But there's so many special memories, especially like talking back and forth right now, that we survived through. Like for me, I caught COVID and
he
and
died.
The flu.
He died in the hotel room one day.
Yeah, it was bad, dude. And then I toughed it out. Like one day I sat out, the rest I was in fever and ice water to my waist.
The first day on the run, we hunted with Billy and Dennis.
Yeah, with Dr. Duck, and I was sitting in a corner just like,
homie was on the ground because it was shallow water in the woods.
Yeah,
sitting on the ground just
trying to film,
dying,
hurt dead, dude. He left, and you didn't film for 2 days after that. I think
just one.
Was it one?
Yeah, it was the morning that you went with Luke Lester and them. That was it.
You hunted the field. Maybe that was Travis with us that day.
Either way, we fight through all of those things.
Right.
And then we have so big of a reward. All those things that we've given away. I mean, we've given how many 10,000 shells last year? 5,000 shells last year.
Yeah, it's sick.
And for Migra and the partners,
right,
to be able to allow us to do that and document it. It's one of those things where you don't want to be that guy that's like, hey, I have McDonald's for this homeless guy. Look at me. It's not.
Which is why we don't put the emotional stuff on camera.
It's not that. It's trying to help people understand that the community that Migra has created in the last 3 years, really,
something like that. Yeah,
3 years. The community and everybody that's involved. Like, I feel the same way. If y'all were handing out stuff. Jobo Jones came on it with us one time, and he was like a kid in a candy store, dude.
He loved it, dude.
Yeah. Oh, how can you not?
Yeah, dude.
And then
think about Christmas time. Half the reason it's great is because you're giving stuff to other people.
It's cool.
And then we had Aubrey last year with us on a hunt.
Aubrey showed up hunting one morning.
Then we had people from the office come with us last year at the end of the
towards the boat ramp tour.
And they got to see what it's all about.
One of the owners hunted with us in Arkansas last year, and he left like floored. Like he's like, holy crap, because it was snowing.
We had to stop him because he was like giving away everything. It was like, whoa.
And it was his old stomping grounds that he grew up hunting. So like you had so many things going on like in his brain about memories probably.
Yeah.
And then to show up and hang out and be able to just give stuff to people for a company that he's part owner of. Like I couldn't imagine like the gratitude he got out of that. Like I can't, man. Like that.
Super cool.
Like, yeah, that I get chill bumps talking about it. Like he was floored when he left, dude. Like we talked later about it. And he's just like, dude, that was one of the most incredible things I've done.
Yeah.
And dude, it's like you're a part owner of this. Like this is
you're
you
doing it every week.
This is you, dude. You're hanging out in Nashville and you don't know it, but this is you.
Yeah.
So it's
really cool.
It's cool to see that, man. And for a guy that's part owner to be like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sick, dude. Yeah, what you guys are doing is sick. It's really cool, and it's been fun to watch it all grow and be a part of it, too, in some ways. And
yeah,
I don't know. We're pumped about it, man. We're pumped about it, but yeah. Well, hey, thank you guys for coming on. It's been really fun just to catch up and just hear about what you guys have been doing and the boat ramp tour. And I know we talk about it all the time, Wade, but like being able to talk about it here, hear some of the stories, like I haven't heard some of those emotional stories and stuff. So it's just like,
so it can go.
I'm sure, man. It's just really cool. And yeah, man, if you guys aren't following Migra, you're not following what they're doing, go to the YouTube and subscribe.
Yeah.
And check it out and watch some of the videos. You'll be able to see what these guys are actually doing on the road.
Yeah.
And how it affects people. And it's really cool. So go check that out. Go follow Wade. Go follow Hunter Marcel. And
I'm going to have to change it to Boudin. Thank you, Joey.
Boudin Marcel.
Boudin Marcel.
Yeah.
You'll see me cook a lot of Boudin on Boat Ramp Tour too, now that I think about it.
Hell yeah.
I would. It's good food.
Invite me next time.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah.
Hey,
thanks, guys.
Wade, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.